Um, where'd the music go? What the dog doing? Did it just get stuck? It might have got stuck. It likes doing that. Ah! Jump scare. I've been gone that whole time. You've been sat in silence. Well, don't fucking need that anymore, do we? Heck it off. Hey guys, anyone watching in? Hoping this one goes better than the last one. I can stream this one, hopefully. We're going to pretty much go straight into practice. We are about just over halfway through official practice. Just over 25 minutes remaining. 45-minute qualifying session to follow, of which 20 minutes is designated to the GT classes, and then the final 20 minutes is the P900 session. So we'll have a little break after practice. Check Discord, see if anyone's adding me on there. Doesn't look like it, that's good. I saw a bunch of pings on the Discord a moment ago. Ah, fuck. I knew I fucking forgot something. Should have made note of that. Yeah. Need to get out there and do a bit more practice, really. You want to check? Chat. I'm not gonna have my chat on my screen while I'm driving. My main screen. Are we back to whinging about our car again, are we, Amy? As always. Let's... Second. Well, I say 1 second. You can still hear me. I can't hear shit because my cable's on. That's because he's all tangled up and he needs untangling. It doesn't have a beautiful power band with the bop though, Jack. But then again, I have the exact same problem. Same exact issue. Turbo car with restrictor plate increases lag. This car is laggy as fuck without a restrictor plate, but 35% on that is killing it on delivery. So, but you know, you deal. Toyota's looking very competitive here. I should preface that to anybody who has not either been looking at the prototype stuff or is not racing. I mean, it's practically straight, so in a bank corner, it's no surprise. This is going to be good anywhere. This would be the track. That, and I'm not carrying any success ballast from last round since we retired. I didn't stream round one because I was having PC issues. Things seem to be going a little better for me today. We'll see. In pre-qualifying, I was first in the running. But there's a few cars I'm a little worried about. Namely my own. This thing is deathly. Especially through the banking. So, I am my own worst enemy today. And through there as well, as evidenced by my immediate off. Nobody's coming. Let's just rejoin. I was going to go back to the pits, but as well continue. Yeah, it's all on me to not be having skill issues, really. Brakes are overheating like crazy. These mods don't let you change brake ducting or anything, so you're kind of just dealing with what you got. Everybody's got the same issue, I think. Yeah, we're stalling the diffuser out ever so slightly. I think we're just stalling part of it out, weirdly. If that makes any sense. Am I on baseline still or something? No, must be on my correct setup. With no others. Slightly scary. The best sound of the Toyota is hidden from the driver, which is when you're off throttle coasting in to a corner, you get the anti-lag style stuff going on. The only one struggling with turn one though. That transition from oval to infield is very touchy. Got 17 minutes of the session left. Should be the first practice with traffic a lot of people will be having, so it is good practice. I think if I have to go for that inside line at any point, sort of dawdling a bit, I think, because we're coming out of the pit lane. But if I have to pass anybody and take a narrow line at T1, I think doing a little bit of braking before the transition might be wise, just for safety. It's slow, but it's not going to kill me, hopefully. These track conditions are... that's neutral. You can see it, we hit a compression point in the middle of the banking where the car just says no. Carried a bit too much speed through that apex.
Fucking 1,000 people were killed on the highway last year because of fucking assholes like you!
Good luck, Nathan.
Thank you very much. That was Ben Ashmore, thank you very much. Months, appreciate it. Thanks for the good luck as well. I'm gonna need it. Anything to bolster my self-imposed difficulties. Should have taken second from the get-go. Oh well. Yeah, I prefer a bit more of a natural look. Better wish I had TC there. Yeah, nobody's allowed TC. This mod comes with TC and ABS. By default, but so does the Ferrari for some reason, the 333. Like, that's not how it's meant to be. Pretty sure also by 99 the Toyota wasn't allowed ABS. But I think it just makes the cars a bit more engaging without anyway. Well, I've got my graphics modded and everything, but like, I tend to try and always go for the more natural stuff. Sometimes you get some weird lighting scenarios where it breaks, like I had a lot of issues with sun glare and that, but I've turned a lot of the bloom and glare down to avoid situations like that, which means that maybe it doesn't look quite as, doesn't pop quite as much in certain lighting situations, it looks a bit more flat, but I'd rather that than getting blinded in the middle of a race or something. But yeah, TC might have saved me there, but I have second gear. I should just use that. I can feel a tenth of a second escape me if I short shift or take second through. Just out of the power band. It's pretty lame. The answer to all of my problems is get good. Hey Ross. Hey Nick as well. Welcome everyone. So just yeah, it's an admission of my right foot isn't good enough for this. Well, in that context, anyway. The turbo spool on this thing is nuts, though. Especially in a corner like that, where you go from quite a cambered corner to it leveling out suddenly. Yeah, it's Again, look within. Fast would you need to flap your foot on the pedal to simulate TC? Need one of those massage guns, you know, the ones with the ball on the end that vibrates. There you go. Put that on your foot and then natural TC. How much time have we got? 11 minutes. I should keep going, really. We're going to have like 25 minutes in the quali session where we do nothing while we wait for the GTs to run, so... Let's wait for these guys. Could use my mirrors, but evidently I'm too lazy to do that. Got this problem where tires are horrible when they're not up to pressure, and then they get up to pressure and then they're horrible. Oh dear. Can't quite go flat out through there with confidence on an outlap. Not with the grip as it is. Again, far lower grip than I'm used to. Although I say that, it's coming up now. It's coming up. But there's that turn in that you get, that wondrous front end bite you get when the rear stalls. Rear said no. Not ready yet, sir. You get a bit of the sun. Woo. The conditions are just quite flat out, you know, we're in Florida again, so... Sebring last month. Homestead this month. That guy has his lights on, I think. It's interesting choice. Ha 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 ha, I'm in danger. God, I'm not watching the Sebring race right now, but who knows? Might spend most of this race under caution. Feels like I'm flooring it out of the corners at times, man, but I'm really not. It's just that sensitive with the power coming on. The other stair. So pitch sensitive. And you're sensitive. At least he held his brakes. I was a bit worried he wouldn't, but that was quite a hard one to judge because he is spinning around still when he grabbed the brakes. And it was... Hey Yuri, best of luck out there today. To anyone else that's racing with us, listening in. Time is it? 5 minutes to go. Let's keep going for a little bit. I need to do a pit entry test as well. Such a short lap around here. Time doesn't really fly by that quick. I'm a bit unsure about the brake pressure I'm on right now. Like, it's the best for outright performance, but with how dynamic the brakes end up feeling because of them going from having good temp in them to overheating in every braking zone, it's hard to really manage the pedal. Adapting to the downforce peeling off and the brakes overheating very well. I was doing alright last night in practice. I'm just not having a great go of it right now. Let's go again. Did quite a few setup changes last night over my existing setup and pre-qualifying setup.
Fucking 1,000 people were killed on the highway last year because of fucking assholes like you!
Marivetenugli.
Tricky one to get right. Hey Drew, thank you very much for the 44 months. It's hashtag blessed up in this joint. Let's lock in your race, mate. The Celine treats you well. Why I came at it so shallow. I'm scared. And then I did that. I'm scared. This car does actually terrify me, so. I love it. It's just, you know, it's not a two-way thing. I don't pull back in front of them in the braking zone because I don't have faith that I'm going to stop quicker than them. near as confident as I was last. Shame. Coming out of there, the front's at 600C and the rear's at 500C on brake temps. Does not look like the level of safety you'd expect from a race setup. I think that's just team honor. Oh, I'm a 10th up. I'm starting to find the pedals again a bit. Very early, very reserved. It's good reference points, that change in the tarmac at least. I don't think I have to worry about engaging the pit limiter on exit though, because I don't think I have enough time to get the speed going. I'm just hoping by get someone it means they'll speed and not go up onto the oval again. Let's go. I've got to shout it at them because not only are some of them, not great at reading, I think some of them are partially deaf as well. Right. It's full on wicked steer all the way into T1. Yeah, it's not great. Cheers, Jack. Best of luck to you. Good luck in qualifying as well. Stream on in the background. Well, you do you, but I wouldn't recommend that. I'd recommend focusing on your race. But I ain't the boss of you. Truck has it was an app I had. I think I got rid of it now. You shouldn't have them anymore, but it might do. So my game mutes itself now. Oh no, sometimes it's nice to trip them up. But you're right. Where is my... go. These lights at the end of the pit lane aren't much use, are they? They're just like, light. You're in the pause menu. Yeah, just stay in the pit lane, really. In your stall. Wow, here comes the cat. Hello. Come to yell at me for being in your seat, are you? Tough shit. It's my bi-monthly use of the rig. Alright? You'll get over it. Have a look at the grid a bit. Here's my motor. Revised it a little bit from last round. Just some color tweaks. I think the base color was popping a bit too much before. Race P2 and pole position sitter of round 1. I think that is... Who is... That one's Lars, okay. Yeah, because Lars pre-qualified well. They're in position of order of pre-qualified. Got some Toyota friends this round. Had just the one last time, but Pedro Ramada is here for this round. The loud idling cars you can hear are the Cadillacs. Very noisy. Some of these cars running success ballast after round 1. Some not, like myself. I did want to check my performance. See if I've got any frame rate room, because currently... Switch over to this one. Still going a little crazy, but like it's not actually tanking my frame rate, or at least. Yeah, the weight it's got, Craig, isn't it? I think it's maybe a little too light, to be honest with you, but yeah, whatever. I don't really think it's like drastically bad, or we would have seen the effects of that, right? I think it's thereabouts. Trade some weight for some more power. Do you even have a power restrictor? You might have a little bit of one, but yeah, power is what that thing's lacking on. I would like my turbo spool speed back, not necessarily power. 15%. Which is not much. It's not a linear scaling number. So like, I think the gap from like 15 to 20% might be as big as the gap from about 5% to 15%. If you know what I mean. Nice sounds. Less than everyone else. Yeah, I think your car does have a bit less power than everyone else by default, though. Seeing that turn 1 bump. It's so mild when you're looking at it, but... Let me see if I can bring some of my frame rate back without crashing my game. Apparently I can get 90 FPS. I think my problem is the
Hey, my
consistency.
snakeskin jacket! thanks, baby. Did I ever tell you that this here jacket represents a symbol of my individuality and my belief in personal freedom?
No.
Oh, che 12 sip.
Did not tell me that, Lars. Cheers, mate. 80. Yeah. Bulk stream. Hello. Welcome back. Benefits to it happening here is that I can rejoin. Because we were already in practice. Negatives to that happening is, oh shit, that happened, and hopefully it doesn't happen in the race. So forgive me. I have issues with this game, apparently, and my connection. I don't know what it is. Had some blinkers going on there. I'm just closing everything that isn't necessary right now. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what the issue I had was last round. I wasn't streaming it, so you wouldn't see it, but the reason I retired from last round is because I had this massive screen freeze, and in the moment, I was in the middle of traffic, and I just panicked, and I was like, oh, Control V, which is my walk to pits button. I was like, I don't want to be amongst people if that happens. But, yeah, I don't know, really. The issue is that I'm having it a lot. I can't figure out why. When I'm not streaming. No, I've never had it happen when I'm not streaming. It's just something about streaming when playing this game. I don't think I've ever had a brief local disconnect from the internet while playing any other game. I might be wrong on that, but I don't remember it. This one feels regular. Most times it happens, which is not good. Afraid of doing anything. Time is it? They've been on track for just under 11 minutes. Lamborghini, sorry, Ferrari fighting for pole right now. On the new drivers. You can hear the Viper in the limiter there coming through into the bank. It's cool. I see. Waiting for another gear. You just go to provisional pole in class. Nice. Some people opting for the hards, seems. Yeah, Craig, I think it is neat. It's good to see that all cars can have a go at it, even with this sort of janky bop we have. Hey, Valez. Are you ready to watch my stream fail for a second time? Clunk. Clunk. Clunkers. Less than a tenth between pole. And they're both in different GT class offerings. Corsa 911 and Ferrari 360. One of the GTS cars just behind the top two GT cars. A little concerning, but they're not a million miles off each other, to be honest with you. I don't know what my content manager got reset, so I don't know what settings I need to run to prevent the clunkers from happening. I thought I had it on already. So it's Viper from Ferrari 550, from Lamborghini, from Viper, from Ferrari 550, from Viper, from Ferrari 550, from the first of our Celines. Celines seem to be struggling a bit here. Not only the Celine, there is one single Lister Storm here in P11 currently. But, take these off still. Get them on. It's better than 3 server fails. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you guys, but at least you know what's cracking with it now, right? I fixed it. It's just some really bad luck outside of the server issues, ACSM issues. Yeah, we made sure we're on 0.12 for this race to avoid the memory leak issue. We were actually 2 versions behind, so we avoided the problem one, I think. Just under 5 minutes remaining for the qualifying in GT and GTS. Track isn't ramping up as quick as I thought it was. We are down 1 person. One of the GT class cars, which we're already in a bit of a low number of. Shame. I need a super hard tire, really, for this thing. Drop the fuel out. I need to change that pressure. I think I'm probably going to be bouncing off the limiter down at turn 1, but oh well. I think Vales said they were busy for Nagaro, if I remember correctly, but or maybe that was somebody else I was thinking of. I can't remember, but this is only round 2 of 9 this year, so plenty of other opportunities. You have 2 drop rounds as well, so well, you have 2 drop rounds, I should say. Yeah, I don't usually wear gloves, but I also don't usually use my F1 rim. But I whipped it out this time. I didn't even use it last time. It is better for it. More buttons, it's useful. But because it's so small, the gloves on. That's the palm of my very masculine hands that have not seen a day of manual labor in their life. Was you? Your car to private day managed to get accepted to? I don't know what that is, but congrats. Yeah, it's a pity. Monster's a great circuit. We raced it last year with the GT1 championship we did, and we did it without the chicane, which made things interesting. It wasn't a multi-class series, but it was scary. We'll be running it with the chicane this year, so less scary. A minute to go for GTS. EBR9 back. No. That thing was comically OP. There's a reason why it's not here for this series. But it is nice to drive. It is very nice to drive. I wish we had the Corvette and a fucking functional... a C6 Corvette and a functional Maserati. That'd be cool. The Ruben and the Viper still looking at on top. Less than 2/10 though. It's quite tight. Top 11 cars spread by 7/10. Sorry, top... yeah, 11 cars spread by under 0.8 of a second. That's great. Blue on... EBR9 and fighting LMP. It's not of a quality, I'd say. It's not like dreadful compared to some of the other Kunos cars, but yeah, it just does not. It's not balanced at all. It's slower than all of the RSS GT1s, and it's, you know, the tire, the fuel consumption, the pit stops, everything else. It's just, it does not function. It would require a big overhaul to really bring it up to standard, which, yeah. There are C6 Corvettes out there, but they're stolen assets, and a lot of them just pinch the physics from the pay mods from RSS, which obviously is frowned upon, so those aren't viable. think the real problem about the Aston, though, compared to these cars, is that uh, 3 minutes. Through 140. I saw you going well, man. You're in that top bunch. See them all queuing up. Oh, you threw a 14. Sorry, I didn't read that right. Fuck, so you could have been even further up. Where would that have put you? It's tight up there. Two people have got the exact same lap time again. 114.988. I mean, I'm trying to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty happy with how this has worked out on the balance side of things. I know people might not like BOP or they might not like success ballast, but all I can say to that is don't race. It's like, if it ain't for you, I wouldn't want you to feel obliged to participate. But it makes for good racing, so yeah, it's janky, but welcome. Uh-oh, Lou Sassol has entered a message in the chat during quali. Also, he's not on probation. I don't know what he's talking about. He hasn't had his penalties from that vintage race just yet. He ain't going to be on probation. He's going to be on worse than that. Already discussed it. Well, not with him directly. But I need to finish that incident report first. Anyway. P9000? Yo. That's a heavy ass car. Right, I don't need my browser open anymore for those messages. Wow! Wow! All right. Cheers, Drew. Wow. don't know why I'm working the front so hard. Ain't gonna make shit all difference. Wow. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. You have one job. You fucked your lap, why fuck mine? Brother! In the Toyota, what are you doing? Death whistle, yeah. Alright, into the 109s off the bat, it's fine. It's not a quick 109, but track isn't particularly quick either, so. I don't know if I'm going to improve that much. The Beyblade spinner. Um, 2/10 to Kasperi in the Beamer. Why try the softs? I don't think I do. They're like... I tried them once and I don't think they're good enough. I do need to go again though. I'm not going to bother prepping the tyres on the outlap. I think we'll just go on the second lap. Cost me. Let's bring the tires down again. Have another crack. Slight improvement. Driver better than I would be in the 108s by now, for sure. fuck's sake, man. People dawdlassing on laps. Broke so early. Oh, I don't even want to qualify anymore. Whatever. It's pissed me off, that. Why the fuck? You just sat on the racing line. If you're on a lap, I don't believe they're on a lap. I truly don't. They wouldn't be going that slow. They lost like over a second to me in the first half of the lap, which is not where my car is really strong, and then they were braking really early. I don't know if they were backing it up to get a good run for their flying lap, but whatever. I was expecting him to go wide or just like get on with it. I didn't know which, but oh, was it you, Craig? Oh, fuck's sake, man. What were you doing? You were going so slow. I was up again. Can't wait for somebody to beat my time now. Well, whatever. She's done now. Off early. I thought you were. I don't know what you were doing though. Got to pay a bit more attention to what's going on around you, mate. How much time we got? 4 minutes. I think I'm just gonna go out on my race setup to recontextualize it. I do make myself laugh though at how fucking angry I get at like the smallest shit. Like, it's annoying, but I shouldn't be like actually crying about it. These guys are reeling up for a flyer with me right in front of them. Lars hasn't managed to get a clean lap in. I know Lars is pretty damn quick. Fastest of the Bentleys, put it that way, in pre-qualifying. I don't know what that guy's doing. turning the frame rate of my game up, seeing as it can take it. It's tolerating it a lot better. See how the rest of that session ends. 30 seconds to go, see if anyone pips me. Take those off one last time because I need to go pee-pee before we begin. Well, look at Kasperi. Oh, he's in. Clement's power has gone down to a 0.594. Yeah. I reckon Kasperi could have had me, but no doubt that I should have the better car here, really. What, all together, Evan? Or just on separate occasions? Not in a crash, alright. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's struggling there. I've managed to make my setup as compliant as I think I'll ever get it. It's the driving that does the work now, so yeah. I think I had an 18 in me, but it would have had to have been fucking perfect. Another track was picking up a bit still at the end, up to 96.9% grip by the end of that, but at the end of the day, you either do the time or you don't, and I did not get that bigger gap, but it's close. Right. Eight kph is 55 miles an hour, isn't it? Oh well, I ain't gonna write that just in case. It's 50. Okay. Well. Oh, there's more of the chat that I missed. Pee time. Alright, I'm back. Yeah. I should have the easy job. Which is... put your pit limiter on and don't turn it off until the start-finish line. So if I fuck it up... not that, like... you know, only putting it on after a certain point is difficult. Because it really isn't. Just put it on now, shall we? Best of luck, anyone listening that's going to be racing. I won't be looking at the chat too much in this race. It's hard to get a break, so... see how we do, shall we? Damage, repair on. Try to be really gentle. Coming out of the corners. So that the gaps never get big enough for it to be a concern. Also remember, these tyres are going to be miserable on the first lap. So I wouldn't be surprised if I do get past at some point. But, you know. Anyway, it's going to be just over 2 hours, it seems. With these formations laps, it's hard to get right. Just over a minute extra. Should have been a 3 minute. Right. really manage those traction zones. Definitely where the car's trickiest. And here. Cars up on the banking. I'm lucky that the other Toyotas did so well. At least one of them anyway, because helps kick them off my back to begin with, but I think they'll be with me before you know it. Currently bleeding time through Sector 1, but all in the aid of safety. Says. So the strategy was two-stop. I don't know what everyone else is on, but I can't make it on 2 tanks of fuel, not even close. So the idea was to split it equally. However, it makes sense if you're on pole, in my eyes anyway, to take the full tank and just see how you do. In my case, nearly dying at T1, but it's because I'm too busy yapping. Traffic already. Barely on the brakes there. Don't know where I'm catching these guys. After. Gap here. lost the rear there. Terrifying shit, man. Realizing you can't really change your trajectory once you start braking as well. Pretty terrifying. I knew that already. I don't know why I went in so hot. Should have just waited. Right. Slightly terrifying for the GT car there. Highline, I don't know, I didn't get to see the full message, but I saw something about Wonder of Highline, something like that. It makes it worse. Short term better, long term worse. Heats the outside rear tyre up more, makes it looser. Believe me, I've tried it. The only thing that might have been of some help, I think, would have been the setup, but we're beyond that now. That was pretty scary going up there just then. Why it wasn't full throttle, even after the trajectory was clear. Oh well. So you may hear a lot of tyre screw on the way into corners from the fronts. That's by design. Trying to keep the fronts warm. Biggest problem I experienced it Sebring was the grip going away from the rear tyres, but the front still being good, so we're trying to scrub them extra to bring them a bit more in line. They're still not going to be close, but close there. Some of it's driving. Some of it is setup. Scary. Some of it is skill issue. Yeah, pussied out of that. Hydro. Multi-class. Crazy how much torque the Viper has off the corners. It's not fast, but I didn't die this time. Emphasis on this time. Oh shit. Time for the traffic behind, I think, but giveth, taketh away, etc., etc. Dive was not on that. It's always scary following one in there because obviously they don't slow down quite as efficiently. Well, and then there's just that, and you don't. They let me through? Woo. I could have misjudged it. I'd have to watch the replay back, really, but felt like they were slower than typical. Should have gone for that one. That one was a little more touch and go. And my gap's just vanished now. That's problematic. For many reasons. Wow. I was about to say, I've not had that off that curb before, but I don't think I've absolutely eaten it as much as that before, so... that feeling when you slow down too early. Alright, back on with it. Oh, hello guys. Fancy seeing you here. How is the rear right going to handle this? That is a fucking terrible idea. That nearly killed us both. Speaking of death, that's Gasperi. Back to the pits. Well, I think it's just me and Clements now. Person definitely slowed down way too early. I know what was happening there. 12 seconds up the road. Tell you where that would have been well timed was after my spin. Right. Helped to be in the right gear. Hurting a bit from my spin there. Nice. Do it again. Lovely sound. As much as I wanted to capitalize on that. I didn't line myself up correctly. Traffic navigation. much damage I've got. Hopefully it's not much. It's nothing. Yeah, the rears were really going there. I had no confidence, that was the real problem. Well, it's nice having grip. Shame it won't last very long. Again. Learn your lesson. Too much sausage. wasn't going for that, but I'll take it. Sorry, Tim. I actually didn't see him. So I looked away the second he came in the shot. Where are you going? I wasn't sure for a moment there with him. Where's Pedro? I don't know what he's doing. Strat-wise, I mean. What's he doing? What the Pedro doing? Either somehow hasn't stopped yet, or he only came in for fuel. Either of those decisions is pretty insane. I'm going to assume no tyres, because he's, like, slow. He's trying to get halfway. Maybe he hasn't stopped yet at all. He's been lifting and coasting. That's nuts if so. Yami jumped me in the pits, which I don't know, I didn't really have any expectations. I didn't know what was going to happen there. Seems to be on the same strat as me as far as splitting the race up goes though. Doors open, coming through. The ass man again. Traffic is definitely kind of tricky, but oh, look at Claire go. Speed! Looks like there's going to be a pretty interesting fight for the win. Just even, you know, with my spin, I don't think I would have been part of it. you. Why would you not telegraph it? Come on, man. I just don't think he understands that, like, an adjustment like that mid-corner for me is near death. Alright, well that's a bit of a fucking lunge, isn't it? You boxed yourself in there, haven't you, Jack? Hello. Right. Oh shit. I was already loaded up by the time I saw that. That was very close. He's not my teammate, he's my manufacturer mate, but Pedro, who I imagine is not stopping again, is about a pit stop behind us. I do need to stop again. So it'll be interesting to see how our races converge in my last stint. Oh. Goes Flo. Florian. despite our races technically long-term being together, they're not right now, so he needs to kind of get out of the way. It's non-committal. Beep. Hello? Oh, for fuck's sake. That's an entire issue of my own. And I'm back to having fucked rear tyres again mid-stint. Woo! Typically I would have gone for that gap there, but yeah, rears are fucked again. We're not a million miles off our stop at least, but bloody hell, man, that's so frustrating. Again, fully of my own making. I think my rears were a little upset with me after the moment we had up in the banking here passing him, and I just couldn't put down the same force I wanted to. The rear once, should have saved it, lost it a second time, losing it again. I'll be honest, this car's just too hard to drive. I'm sure I've done a classic and made it like too hard for me. I think that's the important part. Too hard for me, not too hard in general. Might be wrong, but I think my general pace seems better at this point in the stint compared to where it was last time, though. But again, I think it's just luck of the draw with traffic and managing it well. Which one, I think I was being too cautious. Stint one. But also just extra cautious after the spin. Those Porsches are good off the corners. What are you doing? That's not your job, that's my job. That's not your life. I imagine they've probably been queued up passes around the outside all day, so they were expecting me to go there as well. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Woo! Keeps you awake. Gonna give me a nice feeling in my shoulder over the next couple of days, I think. Trying to throttle pedal without realising it. Alright, what's the time? 46 minutes to go. Gotta keep going for a bit more. I don't know what strategy the Toyota Motorsports cars are on, but it's quite a bit different. I think in general, they're quite a bit further ahead. I don't know what power's on. Are they one stopping? If so, fucking how? That's a not dead. I was thinking he was coming along. No, was the answer. He was not coming along. That was close. That was early. Ever so slightly. I think he was a bit late, so we kind of met in the middle there. Scary. Oh, what the fuck are you doing, man? Distracted. I thought I was getting taken out, man. He missed his corner. Just come in now. My foot's hurt. Be glad once this one's over. My everything's starting to hurt, to be fair. Wow. Well, let's see where we end up then after all this. Gonna make back some positions on track, I think, because I don't think everybody's coming back in, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a whole lot. There goes Drew. A lot of time to make up. I think I might be P8 best case scenario. There goes David as well. Here he comes, I should say. Yeah, there he goes. Points would be nice at this point, I think. Drew, not again. Other Drew. I'll be honest, the tyres were starting to plateau, so maybe I should have just stuck them out in the first place. To be honest, all that grip at the front end scared me, but then I remembered I have grip at the rear end too. Great pace coming out of people as the fuel comes out, I think. People getting into the 109s regularly. Track's coming up as well, grip-wise. In fact, we've been at 100% for a little bit already. Not sure who else needs to come in, but truth be told, someone's spinning. Truth be told, if they were going to come in again, I feel like they would have already done it. so much grip. I don't know how to use it. What the fuck? What in the fuck are you doing, Dad? Try and kill me? It's a chain. That was my dad, by the way, if you didn't pick up on what I was saying. I just saw him earlier today. I didn't realise he had that much hatred in him. Oh, I done pooped myself. Oh, why? All of it was in vain. Position out of the pits. Under the soft tires? I don't know. Irrelevant. No speed. This is interesting. Position. They fight. Ah, that's gone. There's a massive bump there. I should have conceded it. So that's on me, really? It's a bit of a bigger transition from over there because it's probably a bit more camber you're coming off from. Should have explored that in practice. Not once did I think to go out there. Well, there you go. I've got flat spots. Oh no! The only one having a hard time goes Claire. All things considered, I got away with that. See if we can catch back up to this pair. David's struggling. Comes Nate, so he had to stop again. So hard to tell what everyone's doing. Oh, that was a dive bomb. Every time I keep thinking that I've started to be more aggressive, I watch somebody else and go, oh shit. I'm losing so much time in traffic. Where are we going, guys? Hi is the answer. Minutes, 30 seconds to go. Fuck's sake, man. I hate that shit when they go low and then come up high. It's like, I would go low happily, but you cover it off on the way in. I can't go down there. Then they come up high and I've got to adjust, and then I get a fucking big old snap of oversteer because I can't change trajectory in the corner without fucking dying. I'm alright, I'm fine. Alright. hello to anyone that's joined mid-race. Sorry, I can't actually see the chat. I'm not ignoring you. Plus, probably for the best. Making enough mistakes talking to myself, let alone anyone in directly. Rude of me. I'm in a rude mood. Come on, let's go.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome and thank you for the follow. Can't say who you are, but thank you, thank you. Distracted by a puff of smoke. Craig off again. Seen him off several times now. Having a day of it. Lock himself up. Got a spook. Oh, every time I'm like, oh, nearly there to the next person. I see another person pop up on the road. I expect to get to P2 or anything. I don't even know if I'm going to get to this or P3 though. Not that much rear grip anymore, Nate. Way too aggressive on the way in. Is it out here? There's no grip out here? Yeah. Well, that's a shame. Pulled myself out on the brakes of the guys in front. They're battling so hard, I broke what I thought was a little early. They were closer to each other than I thought, so just glad I didn't hit them. That would be a weight off of, off of the back of Lars. I had no intention of going for a move that corner either. I was like, oh wow, these guys are fighting for position, so all I need to do is wait. And proceeded to do the opposite. And nearly killed them. I need to be careful now though. Claire's on the up pace-wise and I'm going the other way, I think. Like a lot of times, the cars I'm lapping in situations like that are spooking themselves, thinking that we're not going to make the apex or something. I don't know. Like that guy missed the corner. That ain't good for the rear tires. 9 minutes to go. It's a shame my lack of skills cost me that charge. Further up, but now I've got to focus behind me. much in the way of rear grip. Yeah, there it is. Fuck. Too much pressure on myself to... Oh. Too much pressure on myself to keep the pace up. V-join in here behind Drew. Oh my god, my tires. Tires a bit fucked. Oh, you need to salvage this, mate. Come on. It's everything I remember this car being. In my hands, anyway, which is... progressively just gets harder and harder. Much longer to go now. That rear right's really complaining. Stop it. It's nearly done. 40 seconds to go. Next lap should be the last. Well, I don't know where P1 is actually. So. It should be. Lucky David is struggling so much behind me on pace, because if he had been putting pressure on me, I'd be in trouble. Overtime, does that mean we're done? Let's see. Still going. Guess that's it. I didn't see no bell. I think we're still racing. I think my leaderboard on the left, the relative, would have a checkered flag. Race over, not overtime, so you got an extra lap. Well, I don't know who won. We'll find out soon enough, but hats off to them. Mr. Bauer in the other Toyota finished P2, right up where he should be. Don't know who got first. I'm assuming it was... There you go. I'm assuming it was Mr. There is no redeeming qualities about my car, but I don't know. Oh man, coulda, shoulda, woulda. But at the end of the day, I ended up exactly where I deserved to be. If not, a little higher up, because fuck me did I make so many mistakes that race. I lost count. Too many. Far too many, but well, that's on me for building a safe enough car for myself to handle for 2 hours. But yeah, after driving so much vintage, I didn't even do the full Sebring race for round 1. These, unsurprisingly, are hard work. Great fun though. I got the fuel a little wrong, had an extra lap in the car. Oh, 2 laps I think. Not wrong enough to make a difference. Whee! Happy for Clemens, that's a great run. I have no idea where I would have been if I didn't make so many mistakes, but there's no point thinking about that. It was such an integral part to my race. I don't think there is a reality in which I didn't make the mistakes I made there. Well, good fun. Glad we got to the end of this one, and I got to stream it. P5 at the line. Yep. Mr. No Redeeming Qualities wins the race by 32 seconds. Give or take. So that's amusing. Clemens Bauer holds on to P2. Bauer's only about 8 seconds back. That's good going on his first run. Claire P4. Honestly, I should probably be lower down than that. But maybe some people have left and I'm actually lower than that. I don't know. But that was a race. Let's check the replay, see if we got one. Knowing how my game is, sometimes it says no. Let's switch over here and taking longer. No. Hold on, Yami. You are not familiar with the Cadillac's game. Yeah, clearly.
Giant tin can full of wankers.
Keep that replay. Load it. See what happens. Hey, side switch. Just one of those days. Wow. I think I set myself up to fail really with making a car that was quick but just not drivable for that long at that level for me personally. I reckon in the right hands that car probably should have at least been in a run for the race, but definitely not me. As evidenced from all the mistakes I made. Look at this. We've got a full replay by the looks of it. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, beautiful. When was the last time I got a full 2-hour replay? Fuck knows. I can get that uploaded pretty much straight away then for everybody. Hey Nate. Hey Lars, thanks for the raid. Congrats on your podium. It was in the end. I was gutted when I fucked up following you. I was like, we can have a bit of a race for this, but I swear any time I got close to having a race with somebody, I just fucking threw it off the road. Well. Clearly I just wanted my own space. Something on in the background. So funny watching me disappear at the start though. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I assumed it was that Clements got the push on Kasperi, was it? So that they were fighting a bit and I pulled away, and honestly, I think I had stupidly good pace for the first half a stint if I could hold it together. It's just maybe in general just the car was too quick for me, put it that way. I also think my setup was probably killing the tires a bit too much because my car was feeling very difficult to drive not even 30 minutes in. Hey Evan. What happened to What happened to me? Thought it was game over after lap 1. Well, what did I say? I said wait, didn't I, when people were talking about what the solution to the Toyotas was, and seems like it wasn't just the solution to me, but the Toyotas in general. Because I thought Clements was gonna win it with how he was going. Well, I don't even know what the other Toyotas did. Did they one stop, or do they do a bit of a staggered 2-stop? I don't know. I just split it into thirds, give or take. I needed the tires. I couldn't not stop every third of the race. But when I came out after my first didn't. Even though I had that one half spin, I was catching up to Pedro, and he got it to half distance. Or he stopped around half distance. I thought, how in the fuck has he managed to make the fuel last that long? For me, it was like, good luck making it 50 minutes on the fuel. So yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed not knowing for most of that race what it was going to be. Was pleasantly surprised towards the end as some other people came in for a late splash and dash, and then proceeded to fall off the road. My everything is tired. That much is for sure. Just rename my replay. But, yeah, I just kept having mistakes, in short. I spun like 4 times? 5 times? I don't know, I lost count. After a certain point, it stops mattering. Yeah, it seems like the VRC cars can take the hards from one stint to the other. I wouldn't be surprised if my car can as well, but it's... They were feeling so miserable after 30, 40 minutes that I didn't dare, but I reckon if you kept running with them, once the rears ran down enough, the fronts would start to come with you. I just didn't think it was going to be the play, so... It went too bad. I think the way the tires and their life plateaus is very different, as you would expect from 2 very different mods, really. But you know, it's not an excuse or anything. Just I mean, it might be in favor of one or the other at different points. I don't know, Yami. I hadn't looked, to be honest with you. I will check later. I have 0 interest in doing any admin-related activities for the rest of today. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to go and have a wash or a bath and get something to eat and sit down and watch the rest of the... the rest of the 12-hour Sebring. I think if the softs were going to work for anybody, it was those in the BMW, because their softs are very different from anybody else's. I never touched the softs. I touched them once in setup prep for the event, thinking maybe I can use them for quali, but they were no good for quali. So. Just ran the hards. Oh, well. Hydrate's a good idea. I don't have a water next to me, though. Hey, Nathan. Had a lot of fun despite an authentic Ferrari Strat costing me a shit ton of points. No. Good seeing you out there, man. Well, I don't... Thanks for presenting me the option of watching my own mistakes back, but I literally have a fucking replay if I'm if I'm keen enough to go and watch myself fire off the track again. Bro, I don't need to see it. I lived it. I don't need a replay either, yeah. My replay is fine. For once! For once! It's fine! Should probably set up post. I say I don't want to do any admin, but there is a certain amount. Well, actually, no. 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 No, it's fine. Thinking about something else. Let me upload. Well, I'll do that once I end the stream. Right. Do I want to watch the stream back? I had a couple of scary moments, basically. Turn 6, I'm assuming it's the one where I nearly took out the leaders in GTS. I just got caught off. Like, I got caught out. They broke earlier than I thought. And, yeah, I just misjudged it, I think. I'm just glad I didn't hit them. But that was the moment I threw away any chance of a good result. Was right then. Yeah, I know. I only ever pulled back in front of other cars of lower classes unless I was certain that I was far enough ahead that I could brake at my point and not risk getting rear-ended. But I was left surprised on a few occasions where GT cars missed their own braking point and then nearly took me with them. But fortunately, nobody did, and instead I was the one taking myself out, so no worries. Ready as ever for Nagara. Yeah, I might bring pre-qualifying forward a week or something, just so that one, we can get the servers going earlier, and two, it gives people a bit more time to get comfortable with the idea that they'll be racing, and then they can, you know, do the rest. I'll probably pose that to people at some point if I can remember. Let's see. Yeah, really loved that track though. I don't think the traffic was bad. I think people get very melodramatic about, like, it's recency bias, you know. It's the next track is always the worst one for traffic or for lapping or anything. That track was fine. The only points that were scary were turn 1 and the banking. But that was purely because the cars were scary there. You know, they were on the limit, right? So it's a hard place to be mean in the traffic. Unless you're literally dive bombing somebody and then taking them out. I followed a couple of people that were making such aggressive moves in traffic. I was like, shit, I see where I'm going wrong. But I feel like I made some moves in the traffic that I'd probably take back. But I would also argue that that's kind of the nature of it. If you have a race in which in the faster class you lap everybody and there's not one instance of you screwing somebody over or misjudging it, then well, I don't know what you're racing with us for, you know. You'd be in esports or some shit, I don't know. It happens. It's hard to make every judgment perfect, but I was too reserved, and then I was too aggressive, and then I was too reserved again, so. And then when I was too aggressive, I was making mistakes, so. It's hard to be aggressive in traffic when you don't have the confidence in your car's grip, so. I was misplacing it, you know. Right. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for taking part. To those of you that did so, hope you enjoyed yourself. And if you were just watching, thanks for hanging out and watching. I will be back again Monday for a stream, I think. Maybe some Stardew, something chill, I think. And then tomorrow, if you're curious about the vintage racing stuff we host as well, details about the next vintage race on April 4th. They're coming out, so take her easy. Catch you later.